Hello and welcome to the Events Podcast, where we help you build your events empire by building profitable events while having fun at the same time. So we've had a bit of a break over the summer, really since the start of the year. I was really busy with my company AntiEvent during the pandemic. I talked about that on the last call with James. We transitioned to doing a lot of work for Google, running a lot of online events, doing different stuff. So I was just really busy, but I've really missed doing the Events Podcast, and we're still getting great views. We're actually a top 10% of all podcasts in the world still, which is amazing, as it's a very niche thing. But I want to say a couple of things. Firstly, if you enjoy the podcast, please get in touch with me. Most people don't give me any feedback, and getting feedback really encourages me to make more episodes. Just email me at dan@appsevents.com, dan@appsevents.com. Even better, if you can give us a review anywhere you listen to the podcast, please stop right now in iTunes, Spotify, Pocket Cast, wherever you are, and please leave us a review, if possible 5 stars of course, would be great. Back to the podcast. So we really focus on helping event entrepreneurs run amazing events, and that could be people who run events companies, but also just as many people, maybe more, are entrepreneurs who just run events as part of their business. They might run events to promote something else, they might run meetups, they might run one big conference a year. This is the kind of people I want to help, because I run events myself. So, this podcast is kind of like therapy for me, where I get help and assistance on how to run the event. So please, again, leave some feedback. And secondly, obviously there's a lot of costs associated with this podcast. I've got 2 people who help me out with editing and graphics and everything else. So if you're a sponsor, possibly you're a software company who sells to the event industry, and you're interested in sponsoring this podcast, like I said, it's a top 10% podcast, please get in touch. We'd love to talk to you, dan@appsevents.com, and it'd be great to talk. So thank you very much. And now on to the interview. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm trying recording this on iPhone, the new iPhone I bought in Dubai, which, by the way, Martin, this is a special iPhone. This is the Hong Kong version, which means it has 2 SIM cards, 2 physical SIM cards. Nice. Because everyone in Hong Kong has a Chinese SIM and a Hong Kong SIM. Okay. So they have 2. So this is like a very special iPhone. The person I'm talking to is Martin Stoila, who is the CEO of Events Frame. The company, I was involved in the early days, and it's an event ticketing system. He's been doing a lot of interesting stuff. I'll link to the other episodes, but welcome, Martin.
Thank you, Dan.
How's things? How's life? We're recording this in Prague at the end of May 2022. I've been traveling for a while in the Middle East. What have you been up to? You've been here? You've obviously had a baby as well. I think we've talked about the child already, but what have you been up to?
I think the last time we spoke, was actually last year, a year ago. Yeah. And since then, a lot of things happened. Yeah. Business-wise, mostly business-wise. And I've been around Prague, mostly around Prague. There was COVID restrictions again. Yeah. We had 2 lockdowns.
We recorded this in COVID times, I remember, in my office.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the last time you'll be in my office, because we're gonna rent this out. We're gonna renovate it and rent it out as an apartment. So
that's very unfortunate.
It is. I know. I love this office, but
I love it too. Yeah.
But so let's talk about it. The first thing is, I guess the big thing, or one of the big things, is you got some funding. You got some. Does it class as VC funding or angel funding, or what's the category of funding it calls?
Yes. Actually, Events Frame got funded last year. At the end of last year, it's VC funding. It was a seed round that we got in, I think, October.
Now, how did that happen? Because I remember before you had a small investment before. That was when we recorded the last one, and then since then you've had a much bigger one. How did that come about? Did you have contacts? Did you promote it? What was the story? How you got that?
That was actually the only investment that we got. When we talked last time, we were supposed to get a smaller one, but then we decided to get a bigger one from the fund, from actually VC fund back in Slovakia. It was actually very quick. I didn't promote it, but I just reached out to the investors, to several funds, and
how did you find these people? How did you find the funds?
Through my network.
Right. So you already knew people who knew people.
Yes, exactly. So
that's good. Good reason to build your network.
Yes, that's one of the most important things in business, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
So yes, through my network, and the negotiations took some time, but eventually we agreed, and we got investment, as I mentioned, in late October, and since then we grew the team to 10 people, and we've got more people coming in next couple of months.
Now, what's it like having investors? Like, do you have to do like a monthly call, weekly call? Do you have to send us reports? Like, what sort of, and is it good? Does it force you to do some good financial management, or is it a pain in the ass that you've got to do all this stuff?
No, actually, it's a bi-weekly call.
Right.
And I have to say that our investors are very, very supportive and open, and it just doesn't bother me at all, to report or to have a call with them every 2 weeks. And then obviously we are in touch more frequently if necessary.
Yep.
So it was actually, so far it was very, very pleasant experience.
That's great.
As of now. How we'll see what will happen in the near future, because we are actually rounding up to start looking for a Series A investment. After we will talk about it later on. But there are some very exciting developments in Events Frame that will actually require us to get more VC money in the near future to grow.
Now, obviously, you took over Events Frame probably literally at the worst time ever to have an event. I think it was like within a couple of months. It was very shortly afterwards that the whole world fell apart.
I took over in January, I think, and I started working on it in early March.
And that's right when.
And that was like a week before first lockdowns, and then everything just fell apart. So we basically, when I took over, you had a subscription business there.
Yeah.
So
we were originally, our plan was we were trying to be the AntiEvent, right? We're saying we would just charge a fixed fee for each event organizer. I think Ticket Taylor was doing something similar. I still remember you and me sitting in DC BKK at the Bangkok Entrepreneurs Conference and looking at all these people doing different things. But you'll get onto it. It turns out people actually don't mind paying Eventbrite's fee, because they normally pass it on to their customers anyway.
They don't, and the subscription business is okay in normal times, but in COVID times, when there are no events, like, nobody wants to pay subscription. Yeah. So basically, a week after I started actually working on Events Frame, like, all the customers were gone. Like, there was no one.
I feel bad.
No worries. So we started to think about.
It was almost like you could never have predicted that. It's a black swan event, I just think no one would have ever.
It is.
You think about it, you hear about it in science fiction films, like the whole world's going to get locked down, but you just don't think it's going to happen.
No, it's one in hopefully 100 years event. So this was the time when I actually started to work full time on Events Frame. This happened, and I got a new developer at the same time. So it was very interesting times. Then we moved. I think we talked about this last time. We started doing event management platform for virtual and hybrid events. That was actually,
you had a whole virtual lobby and everything.
Yes, exactly. That was actually very.
Do you still have that?
We do, but we are also working on other stuff that has more potential. So
you changed from a fixed fee to a per ticket fee. People could add a percentage. They can customize the percentage, I believe, can't they? What they charge?
No, it was 2%.
2%
fixed fee for ticket. And obviously for the event management platform, that was mostly for custom events. We had several really high-profile events being run on our platform last year. However, at the beginning of 2022, we decided not to continue with custom events. Because this is a completely different business from ticketing platform.
It means you've got to do a lot of work every time you get a customer.
Exactly, that's very service-like. It's like agency work.
Exactly.
So this is not something that we are ready to do and that we have team to do. And this is actually not our business model. So we started focusing back on our ticketing platform, and at the beginning of the year I got on board some very, very interesting and talented people who came up with an idea for NFT ticketing.
Yeah, now this is interesting. I believe it's you're the first people to be doing this, is that right?
One of the first.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the first. Like NFTs, I'm pretty sure that your listeners heard about NFTs.
Yeah.
They are the current craze, garnering overwhelming media attention all over the world. You can hear about incredible auction prices from seemingly out of nowhere. However, beyond the immediate hype, NFTs and blockchain itself represent, from our perspective, they represent a revolutionary technology with the potential to generate untapped value and completely change not only the event ticketing industry.
Yeah.
Have you heard about NFTs?
Of course, yeah. But obviously NFTs, it's a non-fungible token. It's a physical or digital object. That's stored. The ownership is stored on a blockchain. That's essentially
exactly, and you cannot copy it and so on.
But what is an NFT ticket? Why would somebody want an NFT ticket? What does it mean?
So, as of now, up until now, what is the ticket?
It's a piece of paper that guarantees you entrance to an event.
Exactly, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You cannot do anything else. It's basically with it. It's basically a piece of paper or a record in your email that guarantees you or allows you to enter the event. But that's basically it.
Yeah.
You cannot do anything else with it. What NFT ticket can bring you, it's the fundamental change from, basically we call it dummy ticket that you can have right now to enter the event, to a programmable thing that will allow you to do a lot of things that you cannot do right now with the ticket.
Like, for example,
you can generate revenue from resale perpetually.
Right.
As an event organizer.
So every time somebody sells, you can take a percentage of the price.
Exactly. In the very near future, EventsFrame will allow you to set that percentage. So you will be able to control what will be happening with your NFT tickets.
Right.
So if you don't want your ticket buyers to resell them, you will be able to set the percentage at 95% or whatever you want.
But how do you stop them doing it themselves? Because the ticket's attached to a specific person, and if you change this person, there's a fee.
Yes, exactly.
And you will set the fee.
Yes, you will set the fee.
Yeah, got it.
So when they will send one NFT ticket from one wallet to another wallet, you will get a fee.
Got it.
All the time, perpetually. It allows you to increase the revenue by issuing collectibles as tickets.
Yeah.
People are collecting tickets from 1992 concert of Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Or they collect something else.
Sure.
From the events. You will be able to sell the ticket as a collectible.
So you could put a unique graphic on each ticket or something like that?
You can do it either this way, it will be unique graphics, or it will have a unique number, or any other property that you will be able to attach to it.
Yeah.
So this is when I mean like programmable ticket.
Yep.
You will be able to use NFT ticket for community building. So imagine that you have there is a concert or there is a conference, and you want to give access on the website, non-related website, to the conference goers or event goers. As of now, it's very complicated.
Sure.
With the NFT ticket, it will be very easy because it will work as a pass that the ticket buyer will be able to use to sign on to that website or to that concert.
Right, got it.
So there are a lot of use cases, especially for event business, that NFTs are usable.
You're right. And how close are you to getting this out? I mean, by the time this podcast goes out, let's say it's in a couple of weeks, do you think you'll have this ready to go?
Yes. Basically, EventsFrame is one of the first platforms, or perhaps maybe even the first one, that will be offering NFT ticketing as a service.
Yeah.
At scale. So you will be able to sell, to buy, and in the future to trade, not in the first iteration, but in the future to trade NFT tickets at scale. And this is very important. So this will be a service that you will not be doing, with one developer for half a year, but you will be able to do it in a couple of minutes on Events Frame.
Right.
We will be releasing the first version probably by the time the podcast is out.
Right.
So if your listeners are listening right now, they will be able to come to eventsframe.com and try it by themselves.
Great. Is there like a test? Can they try a test out on it? Can they get a test account or a trial, or is it just they have to subscribe and try it out?
They will have to create the account.
Sure.
But if it will be a free ticket, they will be able to create the account without the credit card. At the moment, Events Frame sign up works only with the credit card.
Yeah.
However, in the coming weeks, we will switch to non-credit card sign up.
Got it.
So you will be able to create the account without any hassle.
Perfect.
And you will be giving us your credit card information only if you are running a paid event.
Yeah.
Because how it works, we basically charge you the ticket fees and the NFT service fee every 2 weeks on the 1st and on the 14th of the month.
Yeah.
For the previous fortnight period.
Got it.
Very simple.
That's very interesting. I can't wait to see it, and I guess you're hoping and you're anticipating this is going to give you a big sales boost.
Yes, and so basically, like NFTs are something that people associate with the art.
Yes, exactly. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but the utility and the use cases for other industries are much bigger than the art.
Yeah, real estate transactions, things like that.
Exactly. And this is not all, and we are not even talking about metaverses that will be coming very soon.
Oh yeah, we have to get there.
we actually bought a parcel on Decentraland last week for marketing. You
bought a what, sorry?
A land. On Decentraland.
Right.
The biggest metaverse at the moment.
Yeah.
So people will be able to see how they can use Metaverse. We'll build an experience for event organizers to see how they can use and utilize Metaverse for their business. Yeah. This is what I'm very excited about as well. So that we could talk about NFTs in event industry for a long time. But what is important for the event organizers and people from the event industry in general is that NFTs can help them bring more value to the customer and increase the revenue.
Right. That's the key thing, isn't it?
Yes. While building a community, if they are interested.
Yeah.
While building a community around their product, conference, sports team.
Does NFT Tickets give the organizer any way to get in touch with people afterwards beyond just emailing them? Because it's got their email. Is there any way to, like with the NFT, could have some communication way to update it or whatever?
Yes, this is something that we are exploring at the moment. Yes, you will be able to target or talk to your audience even, let's say, 5 years from now. Right. Even if they change the email address, they will still have the NFT from the event. Yeah. That you will be most probably able to identify on OpenSea or other marketplaces. So yes, you will be able to talk to those people, or at least be in contact with them. And either upsell or invite them for a new event or for a new concert in many years from now. Because the NFT will not go anyway. It will stay here forever.
Fantastic. How are you planning to market this and sell this?
At the moment, we will be talking to our current user base. And we will be trying to form bigger partnerships with summer festivals with music artists, sports teams, and most probably marketing agencies as well.
Right. Have you had any, like, obviously there was some with quite a few smaller music events. Have you had any festivals or anything? Have you used the system yet? Any big events?
A couple, but this was not, as you know, when you were building EventsFrame. EventsFrame was built for conferences, basically. So there are a lot of things there have been a lot of things that we have had to change or add the new features to allow big events like summer festivals or concerts or sporting events to sell the tickets on EventsFrame.
Sure.
We are still lacking one or two features that will allow us to tap into that market as well. So far, yes, there were some, but it was very limited because of the initial focus of EventsFrame. It was not for created for big events.
What do you think the market is? What type? There's so many types of events. What do you see is the market, for you in events? First, music and sporting events. Is that what you see like your ideal customer? Like, because you can go after people running meetups, you can go after people running, huge concerts. You can go after conferences, trade shows. You're thinking large events, sporting events, music events.
Yes, our current customer and our customer base is basically smaller and medium event organizers. In the future, we would like to expand that and to include bigger events and bigger event organizers, even marketing agencies. So we don't want to limit EventsFrame only to existing user base. But we want to open it up to new opportunities on the market that are there.
Great. Cool. Well, man, it's great to have a catch up. I'm really fascinated, and we'll catch up again in 6 months or a year and see what's happening. I was just thinking, like, big picture. Like, could you have done, like, you went down the route of going all in on this, getting funding. Could it have, like, do you ever think, I wish I'd just, done this as a side project, me and a developer? Do you think it could be done like that, or do you think to make this work, it has to get funding and do kind of bigger?
It depends what you want. If you want a smaller business that brings you revenue every month, then you can. I think you could do it as you were doing.
I think you could have done it like that. You could have just kept it as a side project. I think we could. If I hadn't been so busy with the other business, I think I could have just kept it going, put some time into it.
But if you want to grow it and grow it faster, then you would. Otherwise, then yes, you need external help. In the form of financing.
Sure.
This is actually the bigger vision is to make EventsFrame one of the biggest event ticketing platforms in the world. And for that, we need help. And this is actually, and we got it last year in terms of VC fund that supported us in the seed round. And we can see that this will help us to build a product and to initially get the traction again. But in order to grow, we will need another help. Or more help. So yes, you can do it, but it will take more time and it will not be as fast growing business as it could have been.
I think the thing about ticketing is it's one of these industries where you've got Eventbrite basically, where you've got one huge company that dominates the market. I don't even know what percentage of tickets are, or I don't know how you would categorize it by revenue or number of tickets, but I would guess the majority of people use Eventbrite in the world. Or would you say no? Would you say less?
It depends. It depends for what type of events. For Ticketmaster is huge in the US. Well, and they're primarily.
But is Ticketmaster that's also kind of an agency as well, isn't it? Is it just an event platform, Ticketmaster?
I think they're everything.
Right.
But including the ticketing. Yeah. So.
And you were saying before, like they do some dodgy stuff, like they'll buy up half the tickets in advance and then sell them on and things, don't they?
There is a nice video about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who did it. It was like a couple of months ago. Late night show, I think. If your listeners are interested, they can
Send me a link. I'll post it in the show notes.
Okay, I will. They can watch it and make up their
I've heard of a few sketchy things about them. It's interesting.
And this is a good point, because this is something that NFTs and blockchain can solve.
Yeah.
And democratize, and not only democratize, but also like bring the ticket prices down as well, because like you will be able to control it by yourself as an event organizer.
Sure.
Or it will actually on the secondary market, it has a potential to basically eliminate the middleman. What is very important for many people, because the prices can go down. I saw, you will see in the video, but people are complaining about the prices on the secondary market and so on and so on.
It's funny. I've been to a couple of sporting events in America when I've been over. Wanting to discuss your hockey game and things, and you always buy in the secondary market, and it's always like expensive.
It is.
Not always. I guess there could be some events that are not sold out and everything, but
and it is actually explained in that video that it might be something that you will see in the video.
We'll post it. I'm very interested to see it. Martin, pleasure to talk, and let's talk again soon.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks. Cheers, Martin.
Bye bye.